Are you in chronic pain, or are you experiencing a recurring health issue? Have you seen your Western medical doctors, worked with alternative healthcare practitioners, and are still lingering with the issue? Are you open to learning about and incorporating light language so that you strengthen your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being? If so, then today's show is for you. Our guests will be talking about light language and how it can strengthen your body, mind, and spirit. She'll be sharing her healing journey, taking your questions, leading a group process, and doing live mini healings with some callers. So, as you know, as I like to say, get your pen and pad ready. You're gonna wanna take some notes. Buckle up. We're getting ready to take a ride in the quantum field, and with tonight's topic with light language, possibly way beyond. Buckle up. I wouldn't want you to go flying off to another dimension. There's already enough craziness in the world right now. But just maybe, that's exactly what you need. Welcome to the People and Pets Show. Welcome to the People and Pets Show. I'm so honored and grateful to have today's guest, Brenda Lainof. Let me unmute Brenda. Brenda, how are you this evening?
Mark, thank you. I'm doing very well, thank you. We're just experiencing a little bit of snow, but you know, that's the way it goes. I think in these times we just have to really take each day, you know, day by day, because like you say, it's crazy times. So, you know, try to keep our calmness and being cool and collected, and that's how we'll make it through these times.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you everyone that's either live on the Zoom call right now or viewing today's episode on replay. You know, there are so many things you could be doing with your time right now. I know a lot of us are spending a lot of time at home right now with everything going on in the world. And thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your time with us this evening. You're going to get a lot of value out of our conversation tonight. And if you're seeing it live, you know, make sure to give it a thumbs up, like. If you're seeing it on replay on the Facebook page for People and Pets Energetics, please do that. Also, if you're seeing it on replay on the YouTube channel for the People and Pets Show, please give it a love up, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff, you know. So yeah, I know tonight we have on a caller from Florida, Davia, and Jill also from New York. So thank y'all for being here. Yeah, y'all welcome to Wave. Yeah. So yeah. So for some of you, you already know me, but for those for whom I'm new, my name is Mark Hernandez. I'm the owner and founder of People and Pets Energetics. I'm a holistic practitioner that helps people, animals, and your spaces when you've hit the wall with health and well-being issues. Basically, I have intuitive gifts and extensive training to read the subtle energy fields and then identify and release non-beneficial energies locking into place your stuff. For people, what typically gets people in the door for a consultation? Usually they're in some level of pain that's disrupting the quality of their everyday life. Typically, the people that see me are conscious individuals. They're already in the holistic space, so going to an acupuncturist, doing yoga, organic food eating, doing a lot of great things to take care of themselves. You know, they've done some things, they've already seen their Western medical doctors or done the alternative and maybe it's provided a partial or no solution. That's who comes and sees me. For your pets, I see pets in two main categories. Category one, there's a change in behavior. Your dog or cat's fine, then starts peeing, pooing all over the household. In a case like that, my first question is, have you taken your pet to the vet? Because you always want to get your pet checked out, make sure it's okay. If nothing's going on, then I'll look at the energy field, see what's locking into place, the peeing and pooing for your pet. I also work a lot with separation anxiety. People sometimes introduce a new animal into the household, things get wonky. So those are the most common things. Category two are the pet parents have taken the pet to the vet and the vet does discover something veterinarily going on. I provide a layer of energetic support. So this is something you do in addition to the excellent veterinary care you're giving your animal. The third area I work in a lot are spaces. You know, we've all walked into places where we walk in, we go, man, I got to get out. The energy of this place is off. You know, right now as the world's going through the pandemic with the COVID-19, you know, hospitals, obviously a lot's going on there. You know, there's a lot of stress, a lot of fear, you know, and understandably, those are spaces that would really benefit from a clearing. But also, I also work with home spaces. Often places are fine, or sometimes even people that have animals. The animals working with some ducks last night that they called me with some specific things about the ducks, but it actually turned out that the space was kind of like the entry point to the whole energetics. And that in that case, the animals were kind of, yeah, they had a few things going on, but they were kind of registering things going on in the household too, and the space itself. So all my work is non-beneficial, safe, gentle, and yields results, at times immediately, and in other instances over time. I do currently 100% of my consultations remotely by phone or video technology. And the last thing I'd like to add is I do multidimensional healings. Let me say what that means, at least for me. So most people that come and see me, you know, we've had this lifetime, but other lifetimes. We've existed on other timelines, past lives, parallel lives, future lives, in-between lives, off-planet lives. What I'm finding, especially people that have done the spiritual work already and are well on the path, is that they're feeling the energies as where the consciousness of the planet and people is expanding. They're starting to feel energies from other time that you could kind of compartmentalize, seal off, kind of blending into the now. So that's who I am and what I do in a nutshell. So with that long preamble, let me introduce tonight's guest, Brenda Lainof.
Mark.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I've known you now for several years, and I give you so much credit for putting yourself out there. It's not easy. And when you say multi-dimensional, sounds woo, but it is, you know, and which is cool. And so, and we love our pets. So it's great to have someone like you that we can just connect with. And yeah. And obviously spaces, like you were saying, like we've all come into spaces and it just feels creepy. So, you know, what are we picking up on? So yeah, thank you for all that you provide.
Well, thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's really exciting because I think we're, you know, a lot's going on and these are rough moments for a lot of people and for understandable reasons. That being said, I think we are on the precipice of a major breakthrough. That regardless of what happens, obviously we'll see how things play out, but I think we'll be in a different place where people start opening up. I do believe that a lot of people are going to start waking up and realizing, you know, whatever they thought was important in their lives, they're going to reassess. And I think a lot of people are going to kind of feel lost, to be honest, but that's going to be part of their journey of saying, yeah, what really matters in my life. And I think this has given people pause. For those, many of us on the spiritual journeys have been thinking about these issues for a long time. But for others, it's going to be a newer experience. And I think we can, you know, serve to support them on their journeys and always, you know, I know you agree with this, yeah, allow them to choose what's right for them. You know, they have the answers within.
Exactly. And I think the people who are already gravitated towards your shows are on the spiritual path, or else, they wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So that creates a community in itself. And it's so essential that we have our little groups and our friends that we can call, and our Facebook groups. And it's kind of nice to be in a time where we're doing some, we've been on this journey. I'm sure all of us here have been on this journey for a long time. And um and then now we're feeling like maybe we can make some serious breakthroughs. So
Yeah, well, I know
yeah.
there are different songs where they say, I think it's Kenny Loggins, "This is it," or this is this. I really feel
Yeah,
not the only moment. This is, I think, going to be a big moment.
I think
I
so. And we
really
just
feel it.
have to hold on tight. And
Yeah, and just kind of take one day at a time and let the
yes,
process unfold.
let the process unfold, the snowflakes fall down, and the heat waves in Florida, and whatever else is going on. We just have to go day by day. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. So let me go ahead and introduce you. So Brenda Lainof is an intuitive guide that helps you clear negative emotion and assists in self-healing with chronic health conditions, as well as emotional and mental self-sabotage. Once she intuits what is creating unease in your body, she energetically works with you to dissolve that unease, dis-ease, and low frequency vibration. All right. Brenda says, for many years, I ignored the calling of my soul to now step into the work that fulfills me. Now I help people just like you. If you've tried everything from the traditional medical channels, working with a lot of other healers, alternative health cures, then chances are using any of the modalities, those modalities in combination with light language can help you get cleared using proven, holistic, pain-free, drug-free healing techniques. As
Yeah.
Bruce says, light language or energy medicines are not miracle cures, and you still need to consult with your doctor or medical practitioner. But she can assist you in identifying and assist the body to self-heal with the appropriate modality and download applicable light language. Yeah. She spent many years, I think over 3 decades in corporate America, right, Brenda?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay. And over that time frame, had struggles with many health issues, including endometriosis, a hysterectomy, fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, and cardiac arrest. Okay. So
Three near-death experiences.
yes, I was getting into that. 3 near-death experience, and Brenda knew without a doubt she had to make some drastic changes. Okay. So sometimes we get the little gentle knock at the door, and sometimes we get hit with a 2x4. Sometimes it takes a huge hit by the universe to make you listen. So Brenda, again, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So yeah, I shared in that introduction a little bit of your healing journey, how you got to all these modalities. I know you've done over years, multiple certifications and multiple modalities. So tell us how you got onto this path with relatively more recent thing with light language.
Well, I don't want to spend too much time with that, but I'll just let you know, it was approximately a year ago today. I had just had a severe accident in Canada, broke my right hip and my right elbow, shattered it. And it was after being out in the dog park with my dog. I feel that was divinely guided. If I hadn't been in the dog park, hadn't fell on the ice, because these 2 dogs came in from behind me, I never saw them. If I hadn't had that severe accident, and just about died in surgery where my blood pressure went through the roof, where they uncovered a condition called pheochromatosis, which they find 1 in a million people, usually in autopsies when you're dead, do they find a tumor on your adrenal gland. If it wasn't for my dog, I wouldn't be here today. I believe my dog communicated with the other dogs. Let's make sure she has a really good accident. that way they're going to uncover this very unusual condition called pheochromatosis, where I had a tumor the size of a mandarin orange on a little tiny adrenal gland. So it was this time, about a year ago, after I had the hip replacement, the shattered arm replaced with pins and needles, and knowing I had to go for another surgery where I may not make it, I thought like, wow, what am I waiting for? So I was guided to light language, and I have had it in my mind for some time. I remember I was on the acreage and I had my dog outside in the porch and these sounds were coming out. And I thought, what is that? And it was very native sounds. And we were backing onto a reserve, a natives reserve outside of Calgary in Alberta. And I thought, okay, I know I'm getting downloaded with this language. I don't know what it means, but I don't know who to talk to about it. It wasn't until I was in Phoenix, Arizona, we would spend time. And then this lady who I was following was saying, well, within the crowd, she was saying, well, I started out talking to my animals. So I thought, okay, great, So at that time that I had just mentioned, in between the two surgeries, I was getting frantic. I thought I gotta, get ready. I don't know if I'm gonna get cremated, what I want to do, and start planning. And then I just thought, I have to speak it. So I got out my little microphone. I'm just like talking away. And this sound came through. It was like this this woman. It was kind of motherly, but harsh. And it was just like, boo, she was just, a lot of sounds were coming out, was for me. But afterwards, it was like, oh, okay, Brenda, just calm down. Just like I'd been guided just to calm down. And it did. I felt so much better afterwards. It was like, oh, it really helped in that next surgery because I didn't know if I was going to make it. And they just about lost me again. So, crazy. And we won't, it is true. We get tired of maybe hearing that, but we really only have now, today. Yeah. We've all heard this for many, many years. And it's like, it's true, and when it's right there, you go, okay, what am I waiting for? This is crazy. So it's taken, to be honest, a fair amount of courage for me to do this. Oh, yeah. Because when these sounds are coming out, but now the more that I'm doing it, it's like great, so I add this to my existing work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what are some of the ways, like just in the last couple months, that you're incorporating, like what are you finding it's light language especially helpful for with the clients that are seeking your help?
One of the areas that I've been trained in is pathogenics.
Okay.
So I was working with a lady and found out she had a bacterial intestinal bacteria. Now she's had this for 2 years. And so I intuited this is what it was, and then downloaded light language. And honestly, she just told me 2 days ago in the Zoom call that I had, just Brenda's gone. I was like, yes, it's exciting when you get results like that. So it was, and sometimes this is so hard to believe, really, wow, and it is exciting. And we all can step into it. It's not that I'm just, wow, we all have the capability to step into it. And so it's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to, is helping people get past the blocks into what they are, so they can step into it as well. Because there's various ways of light language. I know people who are beautiful voices singing light language. And I have people in my group and they're just drawing light language. So this is how I use it. I've been guided to use it in my existing work. Yeah. So if I'm testing for a bacteria or toxicity or imbalanced organ and gland, and what is the organ and gland, by bringing in, downloading light language, it sort of amplifies the body to self-heal. I'm not going to say, this is healing you. It's helping the body self-heal.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Again, are there you want me to take a few questions, or are you ready to go to?
Whatever,
Yeah.
sure,
So if
whatever
anyone
you
has
feel guided to.
a question that what Brenda's shared so far, if you want to just kind of raise your hand like that and unmute yourself. Okay, Jill, go ahead. Unmute yourself and jump in.
Sure. Thanks for having me on. I'm Mark's biggest fan, and when you talk about getting messages from your animals, I'm right there with you, Brenda.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, I have had lower back pain for it's been about 12 years.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's starting to get under control in that I have found a chiropractor that, you know, his methodology is working. However, you know, I have exercises that I need to do daily to keep up with it. And then just with what's been going on right now, I have not been working out quite as much. And then boom, my back went out. So it's lower back and now mid back as well. So wondering if you have any.
Hmm. Well, to be honest, Jill, just right now when you ask that question, if I have anything, I'm getting some offensive energies that are coming up for you. Now, Mark and I both work with the Body Cut. We're both trained by Dr. Bradley Nelson. First thing that came up to me was like, there's some offensive energies that are occurring within that mid-back area. And when I say that, I'm going to check in further, and you may be, okay, so this is what I'm getting. I'm actually getting curses that are related to the mid-back that are causing the pain. So that's where I would go, is looking as to the curses.
Okay.
And I'm not getting curses from this lifetime when I ask, well, is this from, no, I'm not receiving an answer as to curses from this lifetime, but more on a collective level. So it's picking up curses more on this collective level that that I'm testing. So, you know, how you apply light language to curses. I haven't really worked with curses with light language, but you're asking, and this is what's coming up for me. So that's how I would approach it. And the thing is that, you know, you can work with several people, and we're going to pick up on different things, of course, because we all have our own personalities. So when, you know, I might pick up on curses and somebody else might say, wow, it's related to an imbalanced organ or gland or whatever. So this is, and I'm getting a lot of tingling in my head right now when I say that. So this is what I would probably look at. And again, it's not where you've been cursed, but where you're picking up more so on a collective level. So that's an area that I would probably look at if I were you.
That's awesome. Thank you. I mean, it all registers for me. Just, you know, in general, I've been told that I was like a healer in so many lifetimes, and, you know, people had to hide, you know, were witches and hide.
Right.
The curses and stuff, it does really make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can have blocks for doing this, blocks for stepping out in light language, or blocks for doing what you want to do. So I would definitely look at that. And this is where I would then download light language to assist clearing the blocks that are in the way for stepping out. You know, so that's where light language comes into play for me. That's how I would use it. It's like, you know, calling on Creator to help, Source to help clear out those blocks that are in the way. And where I create in my sessions, this is what I do. So we meet, you get the Zoom like this. And then you get your own personalized audio. So this is where I go. So that's something you can listen to and listen to and listen to, because every time you're listening and, you know, that's energy's coming in or download from Source, it's at another layer, at another layer, at another layer. So it really accumulates. And that's how I would suggest looking at, because we could look at clearing some blocks, and then, wow, maybe another week from now, it's just like, poof, that feeling's coming back in again. Then that's where I say, well, intuit, muscle test do I need to listen to the audio? And that's a great way to work with it. You listen to the audio, let it work, and work more again at a soul level.
Awesome. That sounds fantastic. And it sounds very right on to me. And, you know, I just wanted to mention, because you said like somebody might talk about it in this way and somebody else might talk about it in this way. My experience has been that all of those different facets come in, and they all make a difference. They
absolutely
all, yeah.
You know, that's why it's so great to work with many different people. I definitely promote that. I promote other practitioners, and they promote me, and we all come up. There's no, you know, you don't want a competition. That's just old, you know, who wants this is silly.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
There's, you know, who wants that? So where we're all coming in with our own pieces, because we've all come from like the past or different realities, universes, etc. So we're all unique.
Yeah.
You know, so why not? Why wouldn't there be many pieces to the puzzle?
Right.
Of course.
It sounds very on to me. So thank you for that insight. I'm very appreciative.
Oh yeah, you're definitely welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Jill. All right. Yeah, so Davi, do you have a question? Davi, I'll unmute you. Okay. Davia, do you have a question for Brenda? I can't hear you, Davia, your sound.
Now you can hear me?
Okay, now, yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's very interesting, you know. I mean, you know me, Mark, because I've been working a lot with you. It's more about my creativity and my kind of, I'm an artist, but I can feel like on a stand, you know, not doing enough, you know. I'm always in this stuff, not doing enough. So I don't know. That's mostly my attention I have right now. You know?
Right. So one area that I really do like to work with is a chakra level, and uncovering what may be occurring within the chakra level, because right now I'm getting the root chakra. So when I test into that for you, let's just sort of see what comes up. So when I ask for yourself, what is blocking being creative? Is this something, just sense of feeling like a lot of anger that's there, and that's sort of this anger that's sort of blocking, you know, this information and being creative the way that you're meant to be. You know, you're here on earth to be creative. So it's this anger. And I'm getting about 26 years of age. I don't know if anything rings a bell for you about 26 that was going on for your life, but something about about 26, 27 years of age.
Well, at that time I was not a painter. I was doing a lot of acting, you know, and writing, and yeah, I think emotionally I was not at a good place with my partner, you know.
Yeah, I'm getting the male energies coming through. Yeah. So, okay. And so, yeah. So this is where I would want to go with you, is that let's just see what else is behind that. So all this anger, because it's really his anger that was projected on you. You know, you're picking up on his anger, and it's almost like we're just stopping you in your tracks from moving ahead. And some jealousy on his part too was what I'm picking up on, is sabotaging you from moving further ahead. So I'm sensing and feeling that there's still some courting between you and this person, and that he's continually pulling on you. So you may want to look at dissolving any courting, and you know, in your own mind, you know, and this is what I suggest with my clients is that, you know, talk to him at a soul to soul level and just tell him this isn't acceptable. Like you're not allowed no further connection pulling on you emotionally, like it's done. You know, the contract's done or whatever that is. And just notice how things shift for you.
Okay.
See if you're still feeling that, you know, that anger, because it's really his anger that was projected on you. So just like have that talk, like, I'm done, you know, get stern at a soul to soul level.
Okay.
Just start talking to him and like, I'm done, you know, and you're
Okay.
obviously in your own words, however you want to say it. Take a hike or stronger vocabulary. But no, you're done, and be very, very stern about it.
Okay.
And just notice how and sense how you feel different, you know, how that changes for you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Davia, for your question. Okay, I'm gonna
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. I'm gonna unmute 561. I don't know if 561 has a question. 561.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, who is
Hi,
it?
Brenda. Yes, I guess it didn't say my name. My name is Jolie.
Okay. Hi, Jolie.
Hi.
Hi, Jolie.
I couldn't actually. Hi. I couldn't get on the Zoom, so I decided to call in instead. So, how are you both doing? Good, I hope.
Yeah.
Doing great.
Well, thank you. Any
Awesome.
questions or comments? Have you worked with Brenda with light language?
I love Brenda, and I love her light language. Yeah, you know, I was thinking maybe if you had a little light language for me, Brenda, that would like be such a treat.
So just give me some things that are going on for you, so it gives me some direction. And what is it that's really, besides being in a pandemic,
Right, exactly.
You know, nothing too major going on. So what's happening so in general?
Let me think for just a second. I would say that, you know, I've been having an issue with my knee, if I had to tune into something physical. Mostly like the left knee somehow has been giving me a bit of a problem.
Okay. And for how long?
You know what, actually, now that you mention it, I've had numerous different falls and impacts to that leg. So over time, I think it's just become a chronic situation. Yeah.
So the pain in the knee, between 0 and 10, what number would you give it right now?
I would say it's just kind of in the background, like a 4, maybe, just kind of always there.
So 4 out of 10, 10 being the highest number.
Right.
Okay. So I was going to get in that connection with Jolie. Okay, so making that connection. So I'm just asking, Creator, you know, where do we go with this pain in the right knee? Okay. Just checking in. Okay, so definitely getting guided to misalignment on that. And some skeleton.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So getting guided to the left knee. When I ask, okay, what's the major issue here? So is it something on, if, you know, I keep thinking I should go to physical, but I'm getting guided, no, that's not the area. So if it's not the area, then I'm asking, so where do we need to go? And I am getting guided to the whole energies. And so within all of that category of energies, where within the energies, what is related to the pain on the left knee? Okay, so I'm getting some post-traumatic that's coming up for you, Jolie. And when I ask this post-traumatic, oh, this is interesting. I'm getting a miasm.
Oh.
Brenda,
Well, it's
could you
not.
briefly explain what a miasm is? For
Okay, so I'll explain it the way that I read it.
Sure.
So it's subtle energy imprints. Think of them as crystallized patterns that can lodge in any part of the subtle body system and cause disease or illness. The founder of the homeopathy first used the term miasm. So there's 4 types: karmic, acquired, inherited, and planetary. So I'm just going to be, and I dowse, by the way. You're all familiar with dowsing. So I dowse all the time. This is my favorite one from Sedona many, many years ago. If I lost it, I would cry. So I just want to see what type of, what miasm is, what are we looking at that's related to this? I am getting some a karmic miasm. So I was going to explain that that's the residue of a past life, actions that lodge in the etheric body and have the potential to develop into illness or disease in this present life or future life. So I'm getting some karmic miasm. Now I just want to identify what is this particular miasm of that could be. Sorry, you see me rocking back and forth. My body's actually going forward for a yes, back for a no. So that's another way of testing. You've probably seen maybe Mark do it, other people do it, called sway testing. But I sit in my chair because I thought I'm not going to stand up. So I do that as well, as connecting with, finger testing like that, a yes and a no. And then I work, my buddy pendulum here. So I'm getting a karmic. And so I'm just asking, okay, where, what is that miasm that is causing pain in the left knee? So I'm just checking, and what is that karmic miasm that's causing, oh, this is interesting. Oh, sorry if I get a bit of a yawn. So I'm asking truth, is that truth? Truth. This may not make sense, but I'm going to go with what comes up. I'm getting a polio miasm. Polio. Polio miasm. Oh, my pendulum just swinging like crazy. So what we're going to do is a light language for polio miasm. And again, these are energy imprints, crystallized patterns that lodge in any part of the subtle body and cause disease or illness. So we can have so many miasms, and believe me, it's not uncommon. Syphilis is a common one, so not to get concerned, oh my gosh, what's this polymiasm? Really, we got many times that we could been around the block. So what we're going to do is just taking in a deep breath. And this is then an audio for polio miasm. And this particular miasm is actually a karmic miasm. So we're calling in assistance from Source to help Jolie with this pain in the knee, the left knee. We're asking for guidance. And from Source, directly from Source. And before any of my calls, I'm always asking for guidance. Ashapkanaya sekshisha pasana hiana kapaya se kodonya ihiana ya hanyana gohiana kakai hohisho kosei ashapakaya se kalekani anaya hai hohyuka ashikatsonya kadaya boyakai no nakaseka shushu shakasiya aisanaya sukshu sapataya Hianaya, Hianaya Kakaya Dai, Hushukadaya. the sense that I'm getting from that is very native, very, very native. Feels very, very native. I don't get a word for word translation. It's just kind of a sense. So we'll just continue on. Apanya shi kanakashoya. Hiana yusokoyai. Ho hiana kasakakoyai. Ho na yuse. Honakaye te katayai. Adaye katayahon yasi. So again, a sense from that, just like these spells that were given, you know, that were given to you, or you picked up on these spells, whatever that is, some spells is a word that came to me from this download. Ayanai pakoshu toyanai sekatayanai hohoyachnya honakhyako yashikanai hushusha Shakadaya banaya shila kadai monya kadai monya kashikate kacho ya nakai ashe akaya nai hohiko yokota kashanaya bukoya hiyanaya shushu shushkatekai ya nakai shu shishikatai hiyanaka hayai hu shanaya sekate. So we're calling on Creator to please clear all the trauma, any and all karmic vows, contracts, agreements for Jolie now that having to take on the pain, having to take on this polio disease. We're asking please to clear any and all karmic agreements now. Kanaishapoya sakadana hayi, huishu shapataya hayanai. Ayasea kaya shush anahia anahia nanahia koshi kato yanakasaya ho. And now what we need to do, we're calling on Creator to please download that healing highest vibration of love and bringing it down for everyone here through the crown chakra all the way down to those places where the pains resided, bringing in the love frequency and vibration now. Shuya seya hokonya kaya banya aya haya sheya hayonai. No, you can you Hunya no Hianakai Hianaise Aisha Nakasakai Shikatanayai Hoyashu Shai Shoshakasai Nayanoko Yakoyakai. Cool. So taking a deep breath, and if you have a sip of water, Jolie.
Yes. Wow.
Now, the intent is for when we do something like this, that everybody gains benefit, and that's something really I should remember to say prior, so that we all gain benefit. So whatever's happening for Jolie or for Jill or Davia, that we all gain benefit in some way, shape, or form. So how are you doing, Jolie, just to...
Wow. It was amazing, Brenda, as always. I felt such vibration going up and down the leg. And then after that, then I felt like both legs were like, it was just like the vibration was traveling up and traveling down, traveling up, traveling down. And it was amazing. It was amazing. And thank you so much. Wow, that was even more than I expected.
Well, that's
very
cool.
generous.
And you know, for all of us and yourself included, it's so great to get feedback, and we need that as we grow and as we challenge ourselves and we put ourselves out there, because what else do we do, you know? Here we are, we're all kind of hiding out, so we might as well sort of jump out.
Yes, it's wonderful. I really do appreciate it. Thank you both. Thank you, Brenda, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah, awesome. I'm pleased for you. That's awesome. Good, good.
Thank you, Jolie.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brenda, I have a few questions. So do you think that, I mean, or does it feel like with everything going on with the current pandemic that some of these other miasms are kind of being unburied or kind of, I'm not saying activated, but kind of, bubbling up to the surface again or not?
It could be, I mean, I come across them, quite often, very often. This coronavirus is bringing up a lot, and very well could be. And if so, awesome, because we could be helping our ancestors. So if this is coming up right now, and if it comes up for whatever issue's going on, then great, let's take this opportunity to help out our ancestors. And because we're going through this massive transition.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very, very well could be.
And also, I don't know, and I'll let you speak for yourself, but like you said, you're working with Jolie with the polio miasm, but can other people say something like, take what applies to me, whatever their miasm, it may not have been polio.
Perfect.
That
yes,
they get the benefit as you were working on her.
I think that's perfect. I thank you for saying that. Yes,
yeah, cool.
Absolutely. Putting the intention out. So even after this replay, just like, okay, whatever miasm that's going on, yes, having that apply as well. So that's very good. Thank you.
Sure. All right. So I wanted to move. I know, I know you offer many different types of products, a lot of digital products, MP3s with light language for specific purposes. You're in the process of completing a light language program for business owners, which I was piloting.
Yes.
Which is wonderful. So would you like to talk about some of these products? Just, give people a list of.
I'm excited about this because it was just before this coronavirus pandemic. And I just, I've been doing this work for so long. Yeah. And we do get exhausted. And it's that, okay, Brenda, let's go for it. And about 5 weeks ago or 6 weeks ago or so, I was guided to do 21 days light language abundant business. Now, I came out of corporate for about 30 years. And so I've had a lot, lived internationally, a few different countries that people would never visit, I'm sure, or even want to go to. But, I just wanted to do this, help people, because it interests me. And so many of us, and especially now, like we're at home, and I've been at this for a long time, so I'm not going through a lot of transitions. It's not like I worked outside and then I'm inside and like, oh my gosh. This is to help people get out of their shell. And it's 21 days of affirmations for your abundant business. And then I'm downloading and I'm asking for help. And so I'm the middle person here from source, like, help me with that one day of I deserve to have an abundant business or whatever affirmation comes through. So it's not that it promises that you're going to have, your bank account flowing with money. It may, but what it did, what happened for myself, I just got more creative, just like, oh, this is cool. I think I'm going to do something else, which I will be, So this 21-day light language, I'm going to be announcing, and where you can purchase the audios. I'm just getting everything kind of in place now with the people that are helping me out. So I have been getting people are saying, like, I don't know, Brenda, I got this, like, honestly, and this is a word for word, I'm not making this up, but she said, I listened to, this is one particular testimonial, light language. I listened to it again. I got 5. So you measure 5 out of 10. How strong do I feel about I'm worthy of having money, as an example? She said, I listened to it again. I got a 5. But when checking each business, and you can check each business individually, I got a 10 for each. So I'm going to listen to it a third time, and now I'm at a 10. Another one was, Brenda, this light language is really working for me crazy. I think it must be because I do not do my energy work for an actual business. So I don't have any preconceived fears or anxiety about it. But I went from 10, and then she said, to 30 on today's number, 13 light language. I believe you can transfer this to any business that a person's doing. Family business, dealing with neighbors, interaction with people. So anyways, it can be applied to really anything. Maybe it's your company business.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe there's something going on with the company business that it needs some language, or maybe you sell a product online of whatever that is. So you just never know what's going on. And every time you listen, that just gets reinforced. And people might have to listen several times, and they're going, Brenda, I tested and I got 4, 5, 6, it goes up, the numbers.
Yeah.
So it's something that you come back to, and you test, I got those 21 days. I think I might be guided to number 10. You listen to number 10, and it could be, okay, you feel lighter, like more positive about things. And so it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was really
and a lot
really
of
fun.
These audios, like you said, you can go back and re-listen to them. It reinforces, but also for me, I speak from my own experience, it goes even deeper, because that's often my experience with healing. Certain layers are ready to come off at one time, and then other times, the next layers or other lifetimes are ready to go.
Well, it's true. Yeah. And like with what I mentioned earlier, there's layers. And so every time you listen, it's out of soul, your soul's taking this in. So that's quite fun. And I have other ideas.
Yeah.
And you know what I did the other night? I'm so excited about this. The dentist. How many people can't go to the dentist? So I've been trained, to intuit and test if there's bacteria, heavy metals, some inflammation in the gums. Every tooth is related to an organ and gland. What's happening with that organ and gland? I mean, it just goes on and on. But what was interesting, Mark, is that I was working with one particular person, lifetimes of dental trauma.
Yeah. And
it was interesting because all of us are, quote, not in our 20s. So, we've got trauma. I remember when I went to the dentist very young, like I hid underneath in the reception area, the chair. I was scared to death. And they were so tough then. You get in that dental chair, and there's a lot of trauma that comes with that. And that was only that one incident. Well, you can't talk about it because that's what you do. You go to the dentist, they pull teeth, they drill, and you're supposed to be like, okay with it, but it's trauma. So a lot of dental trauma. And that's one of the things that I work with is with this, with the teeth. And we can't get to the dentist. I was going to go to the dentist and I kept putting it off. Well, then this, COVID-19 decided to arrive, and so much for that. So I'm doing whatever I can to clear any bacteria that I may have, or mercury, which is a big one from those mercury. That the residue of the mercury may be in the system.
Sure.
So then it's clearing out the mercury. And I did actually a mercury clearing with light language the other day.
Yeah.
So it was awesome.
Vaccinations.
Yeah, it's awesome.
When I was a child, growing up, my one of 6 kids, one of my sisters, she would always religiously floss and brush like 4 times a day. Let's just say I was a little bit laxer in my practices. My mom would take us both to the dentist at the same time. My sister would have like 5 cavities. I had none. She was always so angry.
What?
Yeah, because she followed all the practices, floss. So I still hear about that. Oops. Okay. Anyway, so Brenda, if people want to follow up with you, what's the best way to reach you? Website, any contact?
I have a website, and eventually I'll have a store somewhere. I don't know where that's going to be.
Yeah.
But my website is whispering. So whisperingenergetic.ca.
Okay.
Whisperingenergetic.ca. But really the best thing is just send me an email. So it's Lainof Brenda. So that's spelled Lainof, 1F, Brenda, the number 4, the number 9 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
That's the best,
Yeah, to reach you.
easiest way. And I'll guide you to the various groups. I have several groups.
Mm-hmm.
I'll guide you to the various groups that I have. And yeah, and I'll then, get your email, and when my light language or 21 days light language abundant business, if that's something you feel kind of guided to, is ready, that I can direct you where to go, then you'll be on the list.
Yeah. Well, great. Any final thoughts you'd like to leave the listeners with tonight, those live or on replay?
I'm just like everybody else, and we're here because we're I don't know if I should use the word healers, but we're light workers. Yeah. And we all have our own gifts. And if you feel like, I don't know about any hesitations, then I would say, let's find out what they are. Because I intuit that. Mm-hmm. We work together and find out what it could be blocking you from stepping out, just as if it was being an artist. And, what is that? Well, and for Davia, wasn't even her stuff. It was somebody else's stuff, but it was that saboteur energy that stopped you. So it's just like, you never know what it is in life. Mm-hmm. Or did you come into this time on earth with stuff, karmic, that is affecting you. So just knowing that we all have this, we all have the gifts. And we can clear the blocks, get them out of the way, and it's time to step in. And this is the perfect time to do that, because we're all housebound, and why not?
Yeah. Well, great. And if any of the listeners would like to make any final brief comments, go ahead and raise your hand and unmute yourself. Anyone would like to say anything else? Davia, go ahead. Davia? Yeah. Okay, I unmuted you, Davia. Okay, Davia, go ahead.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you, because it's very interesting and enlightening. And I'm always fascinated by this light language. And so thank you. I didn't quite get your email, but I guess I can ask you.
Yeah,
Mark,
I'll post it on the replay, and yeah, I'll make sure you have it. Yeah.
I'm French, so I don't always pick up stuff.
Yeah, thank you, Davia.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
You're welcome.
Anyone else want to jump in? Okay. Well, thank you, Brenda, for being my guest this evening. And thank you to all the listeners that were here live or going to see it on replay. People in Pet Show, we go live. It's traditionally been every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Today was a special edition of the show. We're experimenting, doing an evening edition. And in each episode, we interview people in the holistic space. They either work primarily with people, animals, or spaces. Join us next week. We will be back on at the regular time next Tuesday, which will be April 14th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. My guest will be Jay Katao. He works a lot with Ayurvedic medicine. So we're going to bring that to the perspective of what are some of the contributions? How can insights from Ayurvedic medicine support our health and well-being? He does a lot of reflexology, foot reflexology, head massages, and a lot of things with Ayurvedic medicine. So join us next Tuesday if you're available at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be posting more information. And as always, if I can be of help, please reach out to me. You can reach me through my website at peopleandpetsenergetics.com or give me a call, 210-775-2696. And for those tomorrow night, I do have a remote ash work event for pets. It'll take place 6 to 6:30 Central Standard Time. There's no need to be on a call. So if that's something that may be of interest, check it out. It's all on my website. And it's a great price point too. So if your animal could use some extra energetic support, jump on in. All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
And I want to mention, Mark, you know,
Go ahead.
Our pets are picking up on our anxiety. So I think with the work that you're doing with animals is crucial. Like we have the dog that, you know, that we have, she's a border collie and very intelligent. They pick up on what we're going through. So I think that's crucial what you're doing. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm calling them the canary in the coal mine. They're picking up either other energetics in the household, or I'm seeing a lot with mass consciousness right now, or the collective.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Where they are. Yeah.
Yes, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, thank you everyone for being on the call. Make sure to share out this episode, like it, all that great stuff.
Bye.
Have a great evening. Be well, stay well, and we'll see you real soon. Good night,
bye,
everyone.
everybody.
I'm going to unmute everyone. Just want to say bye. Everyone unmuted. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.